No.
Yeah.
I said I'm not going to tell you.
I want to play.
All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. That's what you get for snooping around. Welcome to QCP. Last time on QCP, you all did some investigating and you discovered that Anamita knows what happened in the abandoned palace. Sort of. She was there. She experienced it. She doesn't know what set it off. But she does know that that thing is full of dead bodies. She's the one that boarded it up. You put her in a little zone of truth, learned some things, but by the end, you had this very uneasy feeling that something is going to happen. Marcellus got laid.
I did.
And you did, and you learned some valuable or rather, you got some good info that you were going to be put. So with the sort of general chores, that Potemus would try to get Kristoff to put you to work with Lalinuk, who seems to be sort of the engineer of the place. And Tethys, I think you were sweating a little bit over some people almost potentially learning some stuff about you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Need to mind y'all's business.
And Tethys and Allie made a deal for after they got out of this alive.
And I believe now you all are headed back to the abandoned palace for reasons that are unclear to me.
Were we,
You do you, boo.
weren't we finishing work and getting a rest before we did that?
Were you? Are you?
Because I
Yeah,
thought we were
I
still
think-
separated and we were supposed to meet back at the house, but hadn't met up yet. Because
Gotcha.
Allie went and helped finish her shift with Sarah, so it wouldn't look suspicious.
Gotcha.
And I wrote kind of the two things we're looking at is that we can find the battery and one, either recharge the current to use it twice or find an additional battery. So on the current battery, we can open the gate and save everyone now, and then open it again in the future to save those that are there, or have the backup battery to do that.
Yeah, because
We also think that Amanita seems to be plotting, and she sounded like she was planning to go back to the Palace of the Undead for reasons unknown.
That is so interesting.
And
Okay.
So, yep. Yeah, we haven't met up, so we haven't discussed that yet. But we talked about it above table, so I will save it for when we are all a group.
So just out of curiosity, why do you all think she's going back to the palace?
There were a
Was not
number
there.
of
So
there were a number of little hints in the. It's not so much that we think she is, so much as she looked very thoughtful, and based on what she wasn't telling us and what Allie told her, it was a logical, like, if I was her, this is what I would do sort of discussion between Allie and Tethys, along with the fact that we haven't actually thoroughly explored the palace because we were being chased by Mr. Robo laser shooter.
Mm. Gotcha.
So it's a combination of we want to see what's there because we haven't, and if there is something, that's the place that's locked up, so it makes sense it might be there.
Okay. All right. So does anybody want to do anything before you finish out your shift for the day?
Well, Allie was working with Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think at this point, would it be reasonable for Allie to believe she was going to get a long rest?
You don't have any reason to think you wouldn't right now.
Okay. So I think at some point, she would like to try to do ascending.
Okay. Who are you doing ascending to?
Hildy.
Okay.
And I have no idea if it's going to work. I have no idea if we're in the same timeline. And if we're not in the same timeline, I don't know if Hildy's even been born yet. But the attempt, I think, is something she would like to make.
Okay. What are you trying to get across to Hildy?
So what she's going to say, and there is a different plane, 5% chance it might fail. Do you want me to roll first or tell you what it is and then roll?
Roll first, please.
Roll first. Okay.
And you are also rolling across space and time.
Does that change the percentage I'm shooting for?
It's going to make it a little more difficult.
Okay, so what am I trying to get above?
Let's raise that difficulty to 10% chance of failure.
10%. So I need an 11 or higher.
Okay.
That is a 79. 97.
Okay. All right. So it looks like it'll go through.
Either way, that was a pass. It took me a moment to figure out how to read those. So she's going to wait for a quiet moment when Sarah's not going to be nosy. And then kind of go, Hildy.
Can Hildy respond to this?
She can after I've gotten the 25 words out.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what that typing is. Okay.
Well, I wasn't typing. So
I'm typing in my notes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so anyway, starting over again. Hildy, stuck in Feywild, might be outside of time, in a sealed city. Hope you're safe. What year is it?
So when you get a response back, kind of what you get back first is, who is this?
Is that it? She's got 25 words.
Oh. I think there probably would really just going to be the, who is this? Like, as if she does not recognize you.
I was worried about that. Could I get an approximate guess on her age? Based on the voice?
I I mean, not terribly different. I mean, I don't think in the span of time the voice would have changed that much. So, I mean, mostly like you know her.
Okay. So within, like, she's not like a 10-year-old or a teenager.
Oh,
she's
no.
So based on Hildy's age, we're probably about 20, 30 years off, give or take.
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least we figured that out. Maybe she'll remember in the future.
If not, we can hope she finds the painting that we wrote everything on the back of.
No, we don't want Hildy to find the painting, because that'll mean Hildy's in the Feywild and stuck in the city.
Yes. Hildy is on a completely different plane of existence at the moment. I mean, I suppose she could get to the Feywild, but I mean, at the time she was, when you all knew her, it'd probably kill her.
So a younger, more powerful Hildy, but not one that knows me. So Ellie will file that information away to share with the others when she gets back.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything at the end of their work shift?
Nothing in particular.
I cleaned up after dessert.
I am so proud of Marcellus for cleaning.
And I think I would have, had just finished up there and headed back to the house.
Okay.
Though I do have a bit of a thought, the slightest inkling of if we had a way I'll actually wait till we're all together and then see
Okay.
what the group thinks about my idea.
I also think that Allie, if she saw Drex again, or if she thought maybe she was within 120 feet of him, she might try to send him a message.
Okay, I mean, yeah, Drex is out and about.
Okay, so if she sees him, she's going to send him a little message. So we learned a few things. I hope you're still trying to avoid the stabby. But assuming they can be cleaned out, the tunnels might need to be used as a bunker. Just wanted to give you a heads up.
Drex does not respond to you.
Does it seem
In
like...
fact, you can see by his face that he heard it, but he just kind of like looks away and goes in another direction.
Just shrugged it off? Does it seem like he's not himself, or does it seem like he's just shrugging me off?
I mean, he always looks kind of surly and broody, but he's definitely seems a little out of sorts about something.
She's gonna try another message, because it's 120-foot range. If there's anything I can help with, let me know.
Also, nothing in response.
He's nice.
He is also the one I am afraid is gonna go stabby on somebody.
You never really know, do you, who might just snap.
Right. I'm a little worried about him, because he's got the skill.
I mean, it doesn't take a lot of skill.
Yeah.
Savage.
Well, no, but he's got the skill enough to think he can do it without being seen, and there are the stupid eyes everywhere. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, though, that's probably your better outcome. Your worst outcome is if somebody who doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, but if
Decides
he
to go
thinks, if
coastal.
he's cocky enough to think he's not going to be seen, and the eyes see it anyway, that's what I'm worried about.
Sure are a lot of things that could go wrong.
Right. And now you're scaring me. So
How's that existential dread feeling?
No different than
Good.
usual.
I was about to say, how we doing? We got. If we're not feeling some anxiety, I can ratchet up a little bit.
Yeah,
I was
no,
gonna say,
I've
must
have
be Tuesday.
I have enough anxiety as it is. Let's go back to the house. Shift's over. We're going back to the house.
All right. As you all head back to the house, you see kind of all of the other people doing sort of general work, or sort of all getting off at the same time, it seems like, and they're all sort of heading back to their assorted houses, and they wave at y'all as you were coming by, and Depari calls out, "Hey, you want to go to the tavern?"
Who's she waving at?
Just the lot of you.
Are we all together,
Tethys-
or Tethys and Marcellus are together? So okay.
Yeah. But you're all kind of headed in the same direction, I would imagine.
Normally, I would be so for it, but there's business at hand.
Oh my god, is Marcellus gonna have to tell Tethys not right now? What?
Marcellus would look at her and say, as enticing as another evening of watered down vodka is, my dear, we've got work to do, and I'm spent after all that manual labor. Emphasis on the man.
What were you doing? And she kind of like sidles up to you.
Tethys gags.
Not what was I doing, but who.
Well, then
She
who are
gags
you doing?
louder.
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Well, fine. I won't tell you any juicy gossip either, then.
Oh, well, if we're going tradesies, please do share.
You first.
Oh, no. A man doesn't sleep and tell.
Alright, well, then I guess I'm just gonna have to sit on this hot, juicy gossip about two locals.
Oh, too much. Marcellus cannot. Okay, fine, if you must know. That Minotaur chef, you know the one.
I do. Him?
Oh. He's a thoroughbred, to say the least.
Gags even louder.
She's like, no way! Everybody has been thirsting over Protemus and you got him?
I mean, honestly, are you surprised? Look at me.
Yeah. But then she kind of like laughs it off. And she goes, well, good for you. And good for him, probably.
And you have something to share with me, I believe, and it better be good.
Okay, so, and she kind of like leans in a little bit. I saw two people having a fight. Not a physical fight. And she kind of like says it really quickly. Not a physical fight. It was just like a verbal disagreement. Nobody's gonna die today.
Oh, yes? Who were these two people? Well, I should sure hope it was just a verbal disagreement, and he points to the eyes everywhere.
Well, I could only see their shadows, but pretty sure it was Drex and Anamita.
Oh.
There was finger pointing, there was hand waving. It was heated. Hey, Sale.
Well.
So I don't know what she's having a falling out about with her little pet guard, but it must have been something juicy.
Well, I mean, Drex does strikes me as someone that's a touch unstable, and can't say it would probably take much to tip his crazy scale, judging by the look on his far too close together eyes.
He is not bad looking. He's just broody.
He's
like a hen.
He's no Potemus, I can tell you that.
Well, darling, nobody is Potemus.
I think Allie's going to hear this and then carefully slip away, hopefully not seen, and go find Drex.
Do you know where Drex is?
No, but she can look.
All right. Make me an investigation for Drex check.
Okay. While they're getting all the gossip, because this worries me. Color dice. No one.
What?
Oh, I said, what color dice should I roll?
Oh, all I heard was color dice. I thought
I
you were
didn't-
announcing. I thought you were telling us which dice you were using.
Yeah,
was like,
that's
okay.
all I heard too. I was like, okay, great. Color
Yeah.
dice. Yeah, I agree. I go for the more fun colors, but
Yeah, we were like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
yeah, sure. Whatever you're feeling lucky with.
Which one feels lucky today? Well, that's the first one I touched. We'll see how this one does. $17?
I'm afraid that is not enough to find Drex.
I didn't think it would be. What if I had a
Drex.
guidance and try again?
No. Drex
No.
is, unfortunately for you, Drex is pretty good at stealth.
Yeah, I thought he might be. She is gonna try to send a message, like maybe slip to like more central space where she's more likely to be within 120 feet of wherever he's hiding, and send a message again.
Okay.
I heard there was an argument. Do you want to talk? I'd much rather
No
be on
res-
the same side.
No response.
I could show you the way in.
Still no response.
What's the I should remember her name. The librarian elf.
You are thinking of Ermaria.
Maria. She'll try again. Well, if you're not going to talk to me, I might as well just go ask Amaria where you might be hiding.
Still no response.
Little goldfish grumbles.
I just picture his little bubbles and the.
Yeah, little bubbles fill up the. It was worth a try, guys.
So Dex and Amanita were fighting.
Mm-hmm. Drex and Amanita had some kind of disagreement about something.
Okay.
Starts carefully going back to the house. Again.
All right, Linus, where and how are you popping back into existence?
Well, I was supposed to be working, and then I disappeared. So
Well, there's
Okay,
a shocker.
Oh yeah, where did you get assigned again? I have completely forgotten.
let me see if I wrote that down.
I might have written it down too. I'll check also.
My notes kind of got screwed up, so I hope it's actually
Oh
there.
no.
I think my QCP notes were fine, but
Oh.
Okay, good.
nope, nothing there. I'm actually gonna start handwriting my notes so I can remember things easier.
Oh, that's good.
Wait. General work. Marcellus helps. No. Yep. I only wrote down what I was doing. Wink.
That is okay. So, Linus, you sort of pop back into existence on the green, and sort of see everybody coming home from their jobs. Some of them are heading to the tavern, some of them are heading home, and you see your little group kind of coming together.
Well, they don't know I didn't work.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna kind of very nonchalantly walk up to the group and go, "So, how was all of your work?"
Well, Marcy had a good time.
Hey,
Oh.
we had a good time.
We had a good time.
I mean, before the extra good time I had, you and I were having a good time doing some manual labor. I was kind of surprised at myself.
Yes, we were very proud of you. Very, very proud.
You and your potato craft.
We learned a lot about potatoes.
Yeah.
Yet, color me shocked, you managed to miss the work part of it.
Oh no, you all don't know that.
Oh, yeah, y'all don't know
Didn't
where
we
Lena-
just see you just appear, like, on the green?
Well, he does that, though.
I guess
Yeah.
that's true. How was yours, I'll say?
Oh, it was fantastic. Really.
What did you do?
See, I don't remember in character. I don't remember out of character what I did.
We're just gonna kind of say maybe that Linus had been sent. Oh shoot. Maybe we'll say Linus had been sent to do some general maintenance in the palace.
Well, it went well. I, repaired some things. Used my old knowledge. I mean, my expertise in all things. To, do some repair work.
Could that answer be any more vague?
Right.
Can I roll like an insight check on that or something to see if I feel like he's telling me the truth?
But
Hey, yeah.
it's a DM decision. I get to roll deception.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Good.
Well, I
Mhm.
super believe it. No matter, unless you just do absolutely miserably. I rolled an 8, so
You rolled a 17.
yeah. Boy,
So,
super
like, yeah.
believable. Yeah. Okay. Good for you.
I still said, yeah, seems legit.
What Tethys roll?
Seems legit.
I want to know what Tethys rolled because Tethys is crazy high, so for her to believe it.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yes. Good enough. Good enough for government work.
That was like I don't care. Well, maybe I do.
Like when a student is like lying to my face and I'm like, whatever, just fix it.
That's right. I don't care about your lies. Just do better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, just for shits and giggles, Tethys is listening, so I can't guarantee that she would say anything, even if she did notice something. But
I'm just really
You
curious
better tell your girl if you find out.
because I feel like trying to deceive Tethys is trying to say Allie didn't notice something.
yeah, what are we rolling?
Beep.
It usually be insight.
Okay, that I can do. Dirty 20.
Okay, something smells fishy.
And I think right then is when Allie needs to catch up with the rest of them. Because she paused and her speed is super slow. And she was
She said-
separated from them at the beginning.
She said, "Look, I'm trying. I'm going as fast as I can." Which is me anytime I walk with a group.
I feel it. I think if she sees her walk up, Tethys will look down and go, "What's up, Crabagale?"
Little crab claw salute. I tried to send a sending to Hildy, but she does not remember or has never met us yet. However, at least we know we are only 20 to 30 years off at maximum.
I don't know if that's supposed to be as encouraging as you think it sounds, but great, I guess.
So what now?
Marcy would say, are they all back? Can we say they've kind of meandered back into their house at this point?
Yeah.
And I think Allie would catch up with Aurelius, who she left in the house, to see if anybody had come in while they were gone.
Nope. House was not bothered.
So,
let everybody else know.
while sharing some gossip with my girlfriends, turns out that... Oh, actually, you know what? Let me back up first. Do tell, how did breakfast with Amanita go?
Didn't Tethys already fill you in?
I don't know that in character we have really had a chance.
Because I thought she filled you in after you left the kitchen while Allie had run off to help Sarah.
I don't know that we did discuss it.
I don't remember us talking about it.
Okay, maybe I just thought it happened.
She'll reiterate. I mean, she'll break it down.
Break it down.
Yeah, I mean, she'll explain that there was something. She's planning something. She was truthful. Zone of Truth worked, but she's planning something.
Also plotting. So once again, Amanita is not everything she appears to be, and that probably makes sense with some of the juicy gossip I just heard from some girl
Depari.
talk I had with Depari next door. It appears that she caught Drex and Amanita in a rather heated debate.
Considering it was Drax who gave us the clue to go talk to her, without trying to appear like he was trying to give us clues to go talk to her, I think he's probably, how would you put it, done with her shit.
What?
Well, I would believe that, except that she also said that Drex is her little quote-unquote pet soldier. So
DM,
perhaps there's more to it than face value?
does this line up with what Allie's observed? Because when I asked last time, he told me he didn't seem like he was a guard of any particular sort.
So I will say that, like, he's referred to as the position of guard, like that is his official, like, designation, kind of like everybody has an official designation, but you never really see him, like, standing around guarding anything. He's always sort of, like, on the move.
Ah. Well,
Super sus.
Perhaps there's some ulterior motives there?
I mean, he does seem the sort to look out for himself and only himself, and perhaps, Emeria, I believe, is who he's got a little, spark for. He said something to that effect, and quite frankly, if you didn't know how to get out and didn't really have any other allies, wouldn't you put yourself in an alliance with the highest power here?
Sure, but to play both sides, what other benefit would he be getting from that aside, it has to be worth the risk of potentially upsetting said higher power, Amanita,
I
to
think
be.
perhaps, if some of the rumors are correct, he was himself an assassin at some point. I feel like he knows exactly how to take care of himself. And part of that is getting information from all sources available, regardless of what any current alliances may be.
Still don't trust him.
I didn't say we should, darling. I simply said I believe I understood him. Drex
And
will
there
do
is
what's
definitely a
best.
difference between.
What was that?
I was going to say there's definitely a difference between agreeing with and understanding someone.
I do think that we should try to get a peek at the gate and see if the battery is currently there, because we know for a fact that it will work exactly twice. Once to open the gate, because it was open when we arrived on the other side, and once to shut it again, which is what we did when the dragon came. But to have it open to begin with, we need to know it's there, and not that we have to go find it. I also think that perhaps it's best to gather the entire town and send them outside, which would give us free rein to go poking around where we need to.
And not suspicious at all if we tell the whole town to go outside of their houses.
Not outside their houses, outside the whole city. I'm saying we get everybody gathered at the gate, assuming we've confirmed the battery is there to begin with. We open it just enough to let them out, and then we can poke around without drawing fire on everybody else here.
And what if that violates the edict?
Then they will be outside the city walls.
Depends on how quickly we can get everyone out.
That's why I'm saying we have them gather at the gate before we touch the controls. So we confirm it's there without touching. If it is there, we gather everybody. We open it, we send them through as fast as possible. So that
And then we're left to deal with an army of sentinels that we are not strong enough to fight?
Assuming the sentinels activate, I say we stay outside the city and let them wear themselves out. That gateway was open just barely enough to let one person out in and out at a time. Should be easy enough to block temporarily.
I think we're putting an awful lot on hypotheticals here. I was kind of thinking of another approach, and tell me your thoughts. We know that oh crap, what is her name? Let me look at my notes.
Too many names.
The original tenant that was in our house, what was her name?
Hannah?
Henna?
Hannah.
Yeah.
We know that she summoned those things that are wandering the tunnels to get answers. There was just one of her. There's a lot more of us. Perhaps together we could maybe get the answers that she was trying to get before things went south from them. And we would be out of sight of the eyes.
You think they remember?
I think it's worth a shot before we potentially alarm a city of sentinels and get if the gate opens slowly or doesn't open all the way, we could potentially be putting the entire village in the line of fire if something went south that way. At least it's only us four, which we're no strangers to danger. If we perhaps try to get some more information from the mostly ghostlies downstairs.
My concern is that we're running out of time.
Well, I do agree we should check the battery and just check its status.
Make sure it's there.
Make sure it's there. See what its charge looks like if we can determine that. And then perhaps before we gather the villagers to meet at the gate, at least attempt to get what information we can from the ghosts.
I will say this. that if it's not there, we have at least enough time until it's found. Because somebody opened that, at least partway through. And it had to have been done from the inside.
Wait a second. Just a question. What do you mean someone opened it?
Because we had to get into the city somehow to begin with, and the gate was open when we got here.
True, sorry, I wasn't thinking like that.
It's quite alright, Linus. You probably weren't here for that conversation.
Me, every time I dissociate during a conversation.
I mean, really.
So, what say ye? Do we attempt? I'm sure together we could come up with some way to question those spirits down in the tunnels.
I agree with that. I mean, I would rather try that before we upset an entire city.
I mean, there must be some reason Henna thought summoning them would get her answers, and perhaps we can pick up where she left off.
I do think we should at least take a look at the gate before we go down there so we know if we need to keep our eyes peeled for anything.
Agreed.
Sounds good to me.
The only problem, too, with being in the past and knowing what the future holds is we don't know, is that tomorrow, is that in 30 minutes, or is that in 2 months, you know?
That is why I was suggesting we get everybody out sooner and then go looking.
Out of character, who's the person that kind of sort of runs the town? Is that Amanita?
That's
Yeah.
Anamita, yeah.
Okay. And has Linus seen her yet?
I'm not sure if he has, no.
I don't think so. Because he popped out in the river with us, and then sometime between when we were walking over, he popped. Yeah, no, so I think he missed that whole thing.
Do any of you have a way to show me what she looks like? Amanita?
I could potentially. Let me see if it'll do it. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, so Allie will use prestidigitation to make the tiniest little illusionary image that could fit in a human hand of and they're gonna kill me because I'm never gonna get the name right. Amanita?
Anamita.
Alright, and then I wonder what, since I haven't really met the lady, where does she usually reside? I would like to speak to her briefly. I have an idea of how we can check the battery out without arousing suspicion.
I have already antagonized her enough for one day.
What did you do?
We may have cornered her and used the zone of truth.
So I can't find out what her voice sounds like.
Why do you need... Do you want to tell us what you're thinking?
Yes, do tell Linus. Are you considering testing the waters in a little career in drag?
I need it.
What do you want me to do? Dress in drag and do the hula?
Because I've got one thing to say, Linus. Slay the day away, Dante.
My computer died.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I suppose the
I
question
like to
is...
imagine Linus gets really sort of glitchy for a minute.
Just a second.
What was the last thing you heard?
I heard Allie was in the middle of asking a question. I can't remember what that question was because my computer stopped right whenever that happened.
Well, let me know when you're ready and I will repeat it.
I am ready.
Okay, so Ellie said, what exactly do you need to know her voice for? Do you want to tell us what she's thinking? What you're thinking?
I was gonna pretend to look like her, and if someone were to question me, I was going to act like her. I am quite good at acting.
And
I would rather love to see you in drag, Lilith.
I'm more concerned with what exactly that was going to accomplish.
Oh, I was just gonna go by the battery, and people would be less likely to question me if it was, the person who runs the town as opposed to one of us four.
Not a bad idea at all.
I'm more concerned that it might draw her attention to it. Because if she hears that she was down there and she knows she's not, she's going to know exactly what a good look to tinker with things.
But she doesn't know what I can do. She hasn't even met me.
And judging from everything you told me, she wouldn't necessarily know that we had any idea of the importance of the battery, nor any interest we would have with it. I feel like if she were going to go anywhere to look for us snooping around, it would be back to the sealed palace and the tunnels.
Well, if she's never met him, how does she even know he's associated with us?
All good points.
Sorry.
Oh, DM, did we get the sense that when Ellie mentioned the technology, that was one of the things she was surprised about, right?
Oh, crap, I'm trying to remember what it was that surprised her. I mean, I think she seemed surprised. Was it?
It was, she was surprised that we knew that the event had already happened. I remember that part.
Yes. Yeah, that was what really piqued her interest, was that you had kind of come from the future and that it had already happened.
And she seemed interested when I mentioned the technology, but I'm trying to remember if it was like an interest, like, oh yeah, I know what that is, or an interest in like, oh, they're mentioning something that I hadn't thought about.
I don't remember, because she wasn't interested when you were like, oh, there are dead people there, because she already knows. But I think what did interest her was that you had somehow come from the future where the event had already played out.
Because I didn't tell her about the battery, I just said technology. I was very careful about that. I'm just trying to remember what she knows and doesn't know so that we can plan appropriately.
She did also place a lot of that pretty close to the chest, so you may or may not have a complete picture.
Okay, so a lot of questions to determine that we don't know anything and that we should continue where we left off because it wasn't helpful.
Well, no, you know she was part of that settlement that got destroyed, that she survived it somehow.
No, I mean my questions to you in this moment in terms of...
Oh. I gotcha.
I mean, I do think it would not be a bad idea and probably draw far less attention if the newest people in town weren't snooping around at the battery, and the small chance that Amanita might see someone that looks like her checking the battery seems less noticeable than for newcomers to the town going and snooping around the battery.
I'm more concerned that if somebody sees Amanita out and about checking, it's going to set us into panic. What I think is, given that everybody is supposed to go introduce themselves, and everybody is super interested in new faces around here, that perhaps we take Linus to officially introduce himself, and the stealthy of us, Tethys, is the one who goes to see if the battery is there.
Ultimately, I don't have much say, I guess, because I'm not your crew. But I'll do whatever you all want.
Well, for the record, Lenny, I did like your plan. And at least I know you can disappear into another realm should things get dangerous.
I might. I mean, I've stayed in this realm during danger before.
Sure, but it's always a chance, which Tethy doesn't have that chance, so...
Marcella's just really looking for a way to
Right.
through the mud. Damn.
No, I mean, but being fair, I like this plan because he can, potentially, if things get bad, maybe blip out and be safe.
Oh, that totally. I just love how he keeps bringing it.
It's like he
Salty
doesn't
as
know
hell.
how to like encourage ideas without insulting the person in the process.
I think he's just salty about the fact that Linus pops in and out.
I'm still holding a grudge over the porta potty, but hey.
He's so upset about it. Oh man.
No, but also inside character. What do we think of that thought, though? Perhaps it would work in our favor that Amanita doesn't know there's another person here that arrived with us. If she doesn't know he exists, she doesn't know to be looking for him.
Yeah.
I think at this point, she probably does know he exists because several people have met him already.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I get someone to give me a recap of the final draft of this plan?
we, don't- we have two plans. Plan
All
A.
right.
Plan A, which Allie is against, is that Linus disguises himself as who he has
Great
never
Jen. Excellent.
who he has never seen or met, and goes to look at the wall. And plan B is that they use the newness of Linus's face to draw attention to Linus and have Tethys go sneaky sneak to look at the battery. In a nutshell, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what are we doing, team?
You know what? I
We
think
know what my vote is, but...
I mean, the sneaker we can be better to me, so.
She already knows that I'm here. I think it would just be best if we went and met her while Tethys snuck away.
Marcellus would look concerned at Tethys, worried about her going alone in danger, and he would snap his fingers and call his Azazel over and be like, "Watch over Tethy. Tell me if
Tethys,
anything happens."
do you have any invisibility in those potion cubes we got from the Hag's Hut?
I don't think I do.
Ah, well, it was a
Let me
thought.
check my stuff. What about the bag of holding? Do you have any in there?
No,
Wee.
I'm looking to see what I've got. 1 second.
I can see
We-
invisibility, but I can't cast invisibility because I don't have the spell in my book.
Alas.
So I guess we're going with Plan B.
Yeah, I don't see anything here that would.
I don't have anything helpful for that either.
I do have a lot of explosives.
I could increase Tess's movement for an hour. See what else I can do.
Don't hurt my little angel.
Precious little angel baby that's never done any wrong ever.
Never.
You guys, you're
She
about to
totally
be.
wrong everything.
So I like to imagine that the crab has gotten Marcellus to put the bag down and has been dug out her spell book and has been turning the pages. And she goes, nobody be very mad at me. My brain is the size of a goldfish at the moment. And she has opened her spell book to locate object.
Okay.
I could. Within 1,000 feet, and we don't have to even go to the gate to know if the battery was there.
Well, that would be useful.
But we won't be able to see if there's a way to determine how charged it is, correct?
Direction. If that object's within if it's in motion, you know it's motion. Alternatively, can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. I don't know that it'll tell. It probably won't tell us how charged it is. But if we need to find one, we could use it for that.
No, it might be good to determine if there's more than one battery if we know the location of ones at the gate.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think we should definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But I still feel like we need eyes on it to determine if we can figure out how charged it is.
Me and Azazel got this, and she'll do like a little fist bump.
Oh.
Azazel mimics it and does a little fist bump too as he hisses and spits and hops around.
Oh my
Love it. It's learning.
I love him.
And Allie is going to scuttle over to Tethys's boot and tap her with a claw and cast Long Strider. So Tethys, your speed is increased by 10 feet for the next hour.
Cool.
And hopefully that'll be helpful.
So 40 feet. We love it.
All right, let's bring this welcome wagon up to Amanita. And so help me if you disappear when we get up there.
Perhaps, Marcellus, it's better if the two of you go in. I think she might not be too happy to see me.
Oh no, I'd relish that. Please come.
He just looking to start a fight. Like
Messy. Messy.
I'm upset that I missed you pissing in her Wheaties for breakfast, so I really, really want to see you two go head to head again in a little catty
I think
battle back and forth, but
I
that's
will
just me.
gauge her mood and bow out gracefully if it seems like my presence might be problematic.
Don't give up too soon.
Well, there is a library full of books that may have some useful information still.
Okay, good.
You can almost hear the pout.
This feels like me negotiating how long I'm going to be at a social event.
That's exactly what this is.
true story.
Fine,
So this is a conversation I have with myself about it, but
What is the least amount of time I can be at this social?
the absolute minimum that will not make people think I actually hate them.
And what is my excuse going to be to get out of it?
Correct. Because you can't just say, "Excuse me, I'm currently having a neurological meltdown."
No,
You have to,
people don't
you have to,
respond to that.
you have to say something normal, like, "Oh, I'm tired," or "Oops, I left my dog on."
Yep. And he'll just burn up if I let him go. So, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
gotta go check on it, I guess.
Okay, so Tethys, you were going to go check out the wall, if I understand correctly.
Yes.
You and Azazel. And then Allie and Marcellus and Linus are going to go see Anamita?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But she is not at all going to be tired of seeing us.
No, these are great plans. Yes.
Now I'm scared.
Great plans. These are of the
Stop
plans.
that.
These are some.
Stop that.
I mean, for the record, we are listening to someone's plan who self-admittedly has the brain the size of a goldfish. So there is that.
Plan.
No.
It wasn't me. I didn't make it. All right. So my palace group, you are making your way downtown. Are you discussing anything on the way? Are we just
I think we're
hoofing
just
it?
trying to look normal.
Oh boy. I would like all of you to roll for deception.
I mean, I'm not normal. I'm trying to look like a scuttling crab with a goldfish globe on her back.
Correct. None of you are normal, so none of you get to roll persuasion on this. You all need to roll deception.
Do we?
Why is it
Oh
deception?
gosh.
Because you're not normal and you're trying to look normal.
Don't be
Well, what should we
suspicious.
Guidance?
I don't know. What are you trying to do to look normal?
Like just walking. Just walking in a straight line and trying to stay kept up with the others because my little
And that
crab
we-
legs are short and they keep leaving me behind.
And that we don't know another member of our party is going on a reconnaissance mission. I mean, I'll roll deception, sure.
I would like all of you to roll deception, please.
I got a 12.
Guidance.
Oh, Linus.
19.
Okay.
10. That dice is going in dice jail.
Oh man, those were some bad rolls.
What? 19 was bad?
Yeah, but the
No,
other
not
two
the
of us.
19.
The
No,
average.
19 was fine. It's your-
Oh.
Marcy, you look very normal. 10 out of 10. You are glowing, baby girl. You are normal. You are average. It is giving. I work for a living.
Marcellus just whispers to Linus, told you should have done drag. You look way too obvious right now.
The rest of you, apparently, you look nervous or something. Because as you're sort of headed into the palace, Grung pops up.
Hello, Grung. How are you today?
I am fantastic. It is always a good day. So, what can I do for you, fine people?
I'm supposed to be meeting. Well, I'm not supposed to be specifically there. I don't have like an appointment or anything like that. But I'm supposed to like introduce myself to Anamita.
Oh, yeah, that is usually the procedure, but I am so sorry. She is indisposed at the moment. She has got me doing introductions. So, I am afraid you're stuck with me. But, welcome to our little paradise. So, we have an edict here. So, he seems to he's a little nervous. You can kind of see, like, once he sort of gets out of his rehearsed speech a bit. He says, well, you know, sort of the edict is, do no harm. So, you can see all these beautiful carved eyes around us. They are surveilling us, watching us. And, should the edict be broken, I, am afraid that all of the beautiful, lovely, automaton statues you have seen here will come to life and kill everyone. So it only takes one breaking the edict to.
And how do we know that this will happen? Like, what told you that? Just
Well,
curious.
we do have some of the texts of the makers that have told us that. And we don't like to push it. We, everyone here really enjoys living. Quite a bit, actually.
Does
I
it-
do too, yes.
Does it seem odd to us that this is all information that the rest of us were not given? We were told about the edict, but not the automatons or the eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's sweating a little bit.
What is
Oh.
the matter?
Oh, just tired. It's been a long day, but I always have time to welcome newcomers. So, what's your name?
Oh, I have a question. Has the
Yes.
party still not told Linus their real names yet?
Not that I recall. Have you all?
I'm trying to remember. Marcellus gave his real name intentionally to someone, and I'm trying to remember if Linus was there for that.
I don't
Allie?
think so.
Allie has been called a number of things, none of which are her real name, because we established that unless we said otherwise, we were trying to use our Feywild names. But Allie has called Linus when they were talking. Allie is the one who called Linus out on being Ray in a mental conversation. So there is a chance he does know who Allie is, if he has enough of Ray's memories.
Are you about to blow our cover?
And I made it very clear, Allie would have made it very clear why they were using Feywild names.
No, Linus was just trying to determine if he wanted to use a fake name or not. My name's Linus.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Linus. My name is Grung, the Grung. Just a little Grung humor. Have you?
Are you sure you're okay?
Yes, I am fine, but it is so kind of you to ask. So, since Anamita is not taking visitors at the moment, I think that has gotten you mostly adjusted to or welcomed to our city. Everybody has a task. Until we find out what your specialty is, we're going to put you on general work. So in the morning, you'll report to Kristoff. In the meantime, I think we don't have any necessarily open houses, but why don't you bunk up with our other new folks, who just happen to all mostly be right here. Where's your redheaded friend?
She's at the tavern. I actually was gonna head there soon. I'm gonna play some music.
Oh, wonderful. Everyone loves good music and good drinks. Good drinks and good music at the tavern.
Would you like to hear some music? Maybe it'll calm your nerves.
Oh, I do appreciate it, but I have got to go. I've never a moment's rest. Always here, serving the needs of the people.
Would you like some help?
No. I love my job. I take great pride in being able to do this. So no, you have worked your day's work. So do please
Can I
go
inside check
enjoy
that?
yourself. You don't even have to. This man is. What do you want to know?
When he says I love my job, I want to know, like, if he legitimately, like, if it's like I work at a grocery store, I love my job, I say it because the customers, that's what you tell the customers, or if it's like, I love my job because my boss is going to kill me if I say otherwise, kind of, or if it's like a legit, somehow, despite nervousness.
No, it is definitely being said for the benefit of the customers.
Okay. I am happy to help. I do not sleep the same way the others do.
Nope, that's quite alright, but I do very much appreciate your kindness. So, if there is nothing else I can help you with, why don't you all go enjoy yourselves at the tavern?
As I do not drink, I thought I would go to the library and read.
Well, I am afraid at the moment that our brilliant scholars are holed up and they're doing some very important work. So the library is currently closed.
I could help.
I'm afraid the library is currently closed, but I appreciate your helpful spirit, miss.
I know exactly what I need to do now. Linus is gonna very quickly ping Marcellus and Allie and go, okay, so we're in agreement that Amanita is in the library, right?
Not necessarily. Her favorite right hand. What's his name? Luke.
Drax.
No,
Drax.
the not the Vulcan. The
Oh,
blue dude.
yes, Lalanook.
Lalanook is a known engineer who was in the library when we arrived.
All right, well, yeah, we'll be off.
Have fun at the tavern, and miss, even if you can't drink, I'm sure you will love the music and the company.
Are you sure you're okay?
I am living the dream. Thank you for asking.
God, you sound like me at work every day.
I appreciate your dedication to this script, but we do know it is a script given the situation. And Allie will just turn around and follow the others out.
He will go back into the palace and shut the door. Like the front doors to the palace, which do usually stay open.
But
They are researching something, and I have a feeling I know what.
What do you think they're researching?
The technology of the city. I may have dropped a few hints this morning. Intentionally. Like, she didn't want you to doubt that it was an accident. It was.
Never have I wanted to be a fly on the wall of that palace than I do right now.
We could go back. Fairly easily.
I mean, you are small enough to maybe get in there unnoticed if you wanted to listen to what's going on.
Inside the palace. Or inside the old palace.
New palace. They just seem awfully suspicious and very busy, and I would love to know what has taken all their attention so much so that the library is closed
I agree.
and that we can't meet with Amanita.
I am not stealthy like Tethys, but perhaps I can climb up the outside.
Do you, outside of character, do you have a good way of like listening through walls or anything? Like, I have spider climb, so I could climb you up pretty easily anywhere you needed to go if you thought it would help you better perceive what was going on inside.
Oh, I've had this. I can't use it in my current form, but in the back folding, let me see where I put it. Let's see. Grocery list, diary page, other potions. There was, I'm sorry, I'm looking for, I had a potion that had, I just don't remember where in the notes I put it, but it basically worked as, there's a cleric spell that lets you put an eye or an ear in a room. which I can't cast currently because I don't have the materials for it, because it requires very specific materials. But I had a potion that mimicked that.
What materials does it call for?
The cleric spell that
Mm-hmm.
it would be either a glass eye or an ear trumpet, worth a certain amount of gold that I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
Here it is. I have a potion of clairvoyance. Let me see if this is the one I'm looking for.
And then, Linus, can you fly?
Linus cannot fly.
I could cast fly on Linus so he could come with us.
Here it is. Yes, that is the one. It is a potion of clairvoyance. You create an invisible sensor within range in a location familiar to you, a place you have visited or seen. We have seen the library because you all had to come get me from it a couple times, or at least twice, or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you. But since we've seen the library, we can do the hidden location. The intangible, invulnerable sensor remains in place for the duration. When you cast the spell, choose seeing or hearing. You can use the chosen sense through the sensor as if you were in its space. As a bonus action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. A creature that sees the sensor, such as one that can benefit from see invisibility or true sight, sees a luminous orb. It lasts 10 minutes. The range is a mile. But Allie can't currently use it because I don't currently have a body that can drink potions. However, she'll wave her claws and get you to put the bag of holding down where she can get into it. And her little claws will come back out with this greenish potion that has what looks like a yellow eyeball swirling around in the liquid.
I'm going...
No
What if we
concentration
give it-
required.
What if I give it to Linus and I cast fly on him?
You
He
don't
could kind of...
you don't need to cast fly on
Oh,
him.
a mile. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Mile.
actually it would be better if you took it. It would be better if you took it, Marcellus, because you have seen the library, so you could hide the sensor in a location, as opposed to having it particularly visible spot.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. Marcellus is going to suggest they move kind of around, maybe somewhere not quite so visible as the front of the palace for us to do this, though. Could we message since this is a mile that this thing goes, could we just message Tethys and tell her to meet us back at the house when she's done, and we could go back there and cast it from there?
How far from us is Tethys?
How far does message go?
120 feet
saying?
on message.
Okay, so Tethys is probably out of range of that at this point.
I could use
But
a spell
Azazel
slot. Oh, there you go.
Is not. So I will just speak through Azazel to Tethys and say, Tethy, darling, we'll meet you back at the house. We're working on a little something here. Be on the lookout, though. Seems like the palace is on high alert, so keep your eyes peeled for anything sus.
Wait, so is Azazel having to like mime all of this, or is he actually speaking?
Yeah, I think my Pact of the Chain? One of those allows me to voice of the Chain Master. Yes, I can speak through it in my own voice as long as we're on the same plane of existence. So it literally looks like Azazel is talking, but it's my voice coming out.
Nice.
That's hilarious. I would have also loved to see him mime that whole thing out, because that would have been entertaining.
And then I will go ahead and drink the potion, and I'm going to place is it an orb? Is that what you said it was? Directly underneath the table that they were looking at the maps on.
All right. So,
And then, if everyone is in agreement, we'll head back to the house.
You might
So
need
the
to sit
sensor-
put while this happens, though.
the sensor both hears and sees, correct?
You choose one or the other.
Okay.
I feel like hearing is more important. Only one or the other?
One or the other, but if it's under the table, you wouldn't be able to see much anyway.
I
so.
know, but I feel like hearing would probably be more beneficial, don't you agree?
Yeah.
than seeing?
That's what I was saying. If it's under the table, we can't see anything anyway, so hearing is...
Right, but I was saying I could pick somewhere else for it to go if you thought seeing would be more important. But I just feel like hearing might be better.
Yeah, no,
more
I think we
informative.
want ears.
Okay, so hearing it is under the table where they were kind of studying the maps and things.
Okay. So, give me 1 sec.
Now I get to cross that out of my inventory, finally.
And what was the name of that potion?
Potion of Clairvoyance.
Thank you.
Oh, the music changed.
Whoa.
All right. With the hearing sensor, you hear there's a tangle of voices, but you know these voices. You hear Anamita, Huva, Ermeria, and Lalanook.
Huva, you said?
Yeah, she's the little owlin mage that's there too.
Huva, Amanita Huva, and who else?
Ermeria and
Oh, okay.
Lalanook.
Okay.
And it's Anamita that finally sort of gets her voice above the din. And she says, I know that it will feel like a betrayal. And I will grieve every life lost. But someone must survive. We have to survive. I have full faith in the armor Lalanook has put on the inside of the palace. I have full faith that the lockdown will protect us. We'll bury the dead. We will honor them for what they are going to do for us. But we need to strike before something worse happens. Let them tire themselves out on the people outside. We know they run out of energy. And then, when it is safe to emerge, we'll do what we need to do. I wish it did not come to this. How I wish it would not come to this. But we all know war is breaking out as the Feywild reconfigures. We know it's not safe out there either. We need to take our best chance here. Survive the automatons. And then we'll go forward. Lalanook, as I promised, you can bring in Echo. If you can get him here. I don't need to tell you how risky it is. We've got one charge. And you sort of hear Lalanook kind of just sort of saying, you know, he seems to think for a long time. And he says, I know how quickly the gates will shut, but I have to go get Echo. And then Mary says, but what about Drex? He's still out there. I thought he was loyal to you, or at least, and you sort of hear a little bit of shuffling as if Anamita's moving, and she says, Drex, while very, very useful, has a lifetime of sins to atone for. He's going to get what he deserves. It will be unfortunate, but we do what we must. Besides, if we can survive just a little longer, Medicine has promised me she will return and get us out of here. If we can just survive until she returns from the material plane. She has promised us wealth and power beyond imagination if we can just wait for her return. Once the automatons have worn themselves out on the townsfolk, we should be able to harvest whatever energy is left of them. If we can use that, we can get to the crystals she has asked of us. If we can present that offering, I'm sure she will be able to return. Now, I don't have to tell you all how important it is that we tell no one. Drex knows his part of the plan. He should be enacting it soon. We can't wait for him to return to activate the palace lockdown. I do hope he returns, but in the event he doesn't, well, he hasn't let too many people in his wake live either. And that's right about where, I think. How long does the sensor last?
It was 10 minutes, I believe. Let me.
And that's if it's 10 minutes, that's right about where it cuts out.
Yep, 10 minutes.
This bitch.
Okay, you need to get...
So does Marcellus relay this as he hears it?
Okay, yes, and please, Brandy, I was typing as fast as I could. Let me know if there's anything that I missed off. So,
Okay.
and I'm just going to recap this to the party members too, but also as a way to check my notes.
Yes.
So, Tangle of Voices. I heard Amanita say, I know that it will feel like a betrayal, and she will grieve every life lost, but someone must survive. We must survive. She has full faith in the armor that Lalanook has put on the palace. We need to strike before something worse happens. Let them tire themselves out on the people outside, and when they run out of energy, and it's safe for us to emerge, we will do what we need to do. War is breaking out as the Feywild reconfigures. We know it's not safe outside. Take our best chance here and survive the automatons. Lalanook may bring an Echo if he can get him here. We have one charge. Lalanook thinks for a long time, but he knows how quickly the gate will shut, and he has to get Echo. What about Drex? I thought he was special to you, Amanita replies. Drex has been useful, but has a lifetime of sins to atone for, and he will get what he deserves. It will be unfortunate. Medicine has promised Amanita that she will return and get them out of there. She has promised her, us, riches in return. Once we can emerge, we can retrieve the crystals Medicine has asked for. Secrecy is the most important, and Drex is aware of his part and has began to make his move. Pretty good?
That is
Wow. Give
I'm
him
really fucking impressed.
he needs inspiration.
Okay, agreed. Absolutely a point of inspiration to you, Kurt, for your top-notch note-taking skills.
I already have one. Can I have more than one? I can't remember. I feel like we've said this before, but...
You can in this game. House rule.
Okay.
You're gonna need it.
I was typing, like, fire on this keyboard over here. And I did catch her little slip up there.
Yeah.
He has promised us, riches in return. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
Self-serving little bitch. And I thought I was the only one.
Ellie is going to try to message Drex again once this is relayed to her. Drex, please answer.
No response. Unfortunately, Drex is out of range.
Well then, as we walk, she's gonna try sending. She'll look at the others and go, I can't message him at the moment, he's too far away, but I could do a sending.
I mean, I think he deserves to know that Amanita plans to throw him to the wolves.
Right?
And perhaps enemy of our enemy.
And we need to see if Tethys knows anything about that gate as soon as possible.
Speaking
Sounds
of
like it's going to close quickly. So
The other gate.
It's going to be difficult.
the armor on the palace.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to rewind in time just a little bit. Speaking of Tethys, sort of as the whole censor thing is going down. Tethys, you're headed to the gate, correct?
Yes.
All right. So there is a front gate. It's like you remembered, only a little less dingy. What are you doing when you get there?
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Things. Stuff. Smart things. I mean, I think I'm just gonna start by... Well, first of all, I'm looking around to see if anyone's immediately around me.
Given the time of day, most people have either gone home or they've gone to the tavern.
Okay.
Are you trying to, like, see if anybody is watching you?
Yeah, I want to know if anyone's, like, close watching me.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
Okay.
All right, Tethys, with a 19, you do finally catch a pair of eyes on you. From above you. Way above you. Actually, kind of towards the top of where the gate is set into the wall. It's Drex. He's up there.
And he sees me.
Yep.
Am I close enough to see his face?
Yeah, you can see his face.
Does he look angry?
I mean, he kind of looks like he always does.
Okay, just that angry indifference.
Yeah, angry, indifferent. He's watching you. He's suspicious. He looks broody. He looks pissed. I mean, you know. He's standing and sitting very still, but he is watching.
I don't know what I'm saying. I want to be there. You shouldn't have sent me by myself.
He's got his salsa with you.
Oh, true.
As you sort of look a little bit lost, he kind of points around to, like, where the side of the gate comes down to the ground. Like, motions for you to go around.
She will carefully do so.
You find that some of the facade has been scooted a little bit, like something has been activated, and it makes a little, like, a way to climb up. Kind of like he's up on a ledge.
So it's leading up to where he is?
Yeah. It looks like he might have activated it to get up there.
Okay. She'll go up there. She's still on guard, but she'll go up there.
He sort of tilts his head a little bit at you. What are you doing here?
What, a girl can't go out for a walk and walk her demon? And she, like waves at Azazel.
I see. Just out for a casual walk to the front gates?
I get tired of other people talking too much.
Fair. He looks over your shoulder kind of at the in-use palace.
She follows his gaze and like glances over her shoulder and is like, "You look like you're expecting something."
Tethys, as you look over your shoulder, does an 18 hit?
Fuck yes.
Tethys, as you look, you feel a foot connect with your stomach. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is a nat 20 for a total of 26.
Tethys, you stagger backwards, and the lip of the fall, which would have been probably somewhere in the vicinity of 4 stories, the lip of the wall is just ahead of the heel of your foot.
Fuck.
For just a minute, you feel that sort of dizzy, tipping sensation as gravity is pulling at you.
And Drex hit her.
Yep.
Azazel would immediately attack him,
All right.
clawing at his face and stuff, trying to get him off of her.
And the
Would
edict
she
is
do any
broken.
kind of reaction since he surprised her?
Do you have anything that would do a thing?
Let me look. If something it takes one action to cast, that can't be a reaction, can it?
Oh.
Right. I think it'll be designated as a reaction.
Oh no.
You could jump, use Featherfall, and get away from him.
Oh no! What?
That's violence.
It is violent.
Question is where is it where everything can see?
You don't know right now, do you?
We can pray. I think. Do we know if the tavern connected to the underground tunnels?
Yes, I believe that the tavern was on the underground tunnel.
So while they're trying to get back to the house with no idea that anything is happening to Tethys, I think Ellie is gonna go, I think we should get everybody from the tavern into the tunnels, since there is an entrance there. At least we can save some that way.
I agree, but
And then she's going to tell Aurelius, who is in the house, to see if any of their neighbors are in number 10 and try to get them into the tunnel under 12.
Okay.
And can Azazel attack Drex?
Yes. So let's slow things down for just a second. All right. So I'm gonna say that the message about Drex, Tethys, as you were sort of getting yourself back on the ledge, that's when you received that message.
And it's, sorry, I was reading, and it's telling me what now? That, telling me essentially that they're planning to leave him out here.
I think
I think
so.
so. Yeah. Okay, so Tethys, you received the message that they are planning on leaving him out during the massacre. You all are making the plan to try to get people into the underground from the tavern. All right, and now Azazel,
And Aurelius.
you are making and Aurelius. Yeah, so Aurelius is going over to see if the neighbors are in. All right, Azazel, make me that attack.
Okay. Natural 20 plus 5, 25.
Oh shit, yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. So, soon as he hits Tethys, Azazel leaps off her shoulder and is like scratching at his face and stuff and hitting and like trying to keep him distracted, and he's gonna do his 2 little basic attacks that he has, which is just his regular attack, which is the 1d4 plus 3. And then also Drex needs to make a Constitution saving throw, but let me. So 6 points of damage on the sting, and then let me know his con save.
He does not make the con save.
Okay, 3d6 of poison damage.
Ooh.
9 points of poison damage.
All right. Ooh, he does not like that. He kind of swats at Azazel.
I think once Tethys kind of gets her wits back up, because a lot just happened.
Right?
She got hit in the face. She almost stumbled off a wall. Azazel went for Drex, and she also got a message. So, look.
She said, whoa.
Whoa. She said, y'all calm down, everybody. But once she gets, like, her wits about her, I think just out of pure anger, she's gonna be like, they're planning on leaving you out here, shithead.
And that's where we're gonna leave it for
Oh!
folks.
I can stay
Things are
linger.
gonna go.
I can stay later.
I know. It's just a really good place to break it off
Aw.
right there.
Things are gonna go absolutely nutty next session.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, folks, the shit's hit the fan, officially.
We love it. We love it.
I'm just curious, was the part of Drex's plan to hurt one of us, i.e. Tethys, to get this ball rolling?
It was to get it rolling somehow.
Uh-huh.
Do
She
we
just
see?
happens to be there.
Do we see any of the statues moving based on all of that?
You're gonna have to find out next session.
Ah! I want time to prep. I need to know these things so I can plan.
Oh
All you
boy.
gotta say to your pants is have the fun.
And
But you also know
Thank
me.
God.
I'm a planner.
Yeah, loosen up. Loosen up.
anarchy.
Something's going to be loose by the end of this.
Too late. I already beat you guys to that with Potamus.
Oh my
You know what I
God.
really want to do now? I want to get into the tunnels and let Speak a Girl and Fire Spirits into the walled-in passage, and then message Yamahina and go, "Hi, lovely. I left you a surprise. Have fun."
I want
Yeah,
someone
they're-
to fuck with me and let me throw a bomb at them.
Yeah, they're still hanging out in the tunnels.
Cause he started it now. So I don't have to.
It's a good thing the bombs are with us in the bag of holding in that case.
I've still
Yeah.
got Molotov cocktails.
Yes, she does.
That's true.
I've got explosives, baby.
Maybe you can blow the door open. Why didn't we think of that?
Or blow
no.
his fucking head off.
Tethys is very
Um,
focused right now. It's the most focused Susan ever is when it's murder.
Maybe
I
we
mean,
should have sent
you
one
could.
instead.
I mean, if something was gonna happen, y'all should have known better than to send her.
I am regretting my.
Because she didn't even start this one.
She said, "Ooh, but I can finish it."
She's
We sent the one with the temper.
Fights, but they can finish them.
All right, kids. Well, I need to go.
I'll see y'all later.
Okay,
Night.
bye everyone.